Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday. So today I'm going to be sharing what is left of my makeup collection, which by the way is still a substantial amount of makeup. It's not like I've eliminated all of my collection, but I have done some pretty hardcore declutter videos over the last few years where I got rid of, I would say, the bulk of my makeup. And I am left with what is in this Alex 9 drawer here. By the way, this is where I sit when I film. So this is what I look at, and you guys look at this wall. So that's my setup here. I do have the ring light on because it's kind of cloudy today, so I'm hoping that that helps with the lighting, but I'm not sure that it's actually helping. We'll see. I do also utilize this Alex 5 drawer on the opposite side for some of my everyday makeup, so I'll take you through those as well. And I actually have my eyeshadow palettes in this particular set of drawers as well. Yes, there's a lot of QVC orders over here that I need to put away. I know. Also, I have an Ulta haul coming up for you guys. Stay tuned for that because it's a fun one. So, all right, but let's dive into the drawers. I will have you know that this is just how the drawers are right now. I didn't actually like reorganize them after going through them this last go around. I still need to do that, but quite honestly, I don't have the patience for it right now. So this is what I fish through when I gather my makeup for my everyday makeup drawer. So this top drawer has what is left of my, I guess you could call this my drugstore eyeshadows. There's also some false lashes back here. And these are actually all of my empty Viseart palettes. So these no longer contain the eyeshadows because I have depotted them all. But I'm keeping these just in case. I think they can be handy for travel if you just want to put together like a small, really small palette. But anyway, so we've got in here some eyeshadows that are left from my L'Oreal days. There's some Wet n Wild. There's some Essence shadows in here, some lash glue. I don't know how I ended up with 2 tubes of that. But that's basically what's in my drugstore eyeshadow collection. You can see not much left. I'm really picky about eyeshadow. These things have made the cut so far. However, I don't really reach for them super frequently. So I think next year when I do this declutter again, I can probably finally do away with the bulk of these. But over the next several months, I have decided that I am going to try to use these a little bit more. And if I'm just not enjoying them, then I'll just chuck them early into the declutter pile. So that's drawer number 1. Drawer number 2 is what is left of my quote-unquote high-end eyeshadows. So in here I have some of my Nars. These were the, are these still a thing anymore? What are they called? The dual intensity eyeshadows. So I have a few of those. Always really enjoyed those. Nars is obviously not cruelty-free anymore. I purchased those before that happened, by the way. I've got some Sephora shadows in here, like a Laura Geller, a couple of random Body Shop that can probably actually go. I have like a couple of MAC eyeshadows left in here, and then some singles from Lorac. I've got my Marc Jacobs Omega eyeshadows, which I really love. I wish I could depot these, but I can't figure out a way to do it without breaking the shadows. So here they sit. It's actually a Laura Geller highlighter. I have no idea what that's doing in here. And then I've got some cream shadows back here that honestly I don't reach for super frequently. But they're not dried out yet, so I've decided to keep them, but that is another thing that could definitely consider going at the end of this year. By the way, most of these storage containers are either from like Walmart. I'm sure you could get some on Amazon. I think some of these are actually from maybe the Dollar Tree. They are just random things I've gathered over the years. This drawer has my backup of my beloved brow powder from Tarte, which is now discontinued. It's obviously the shade gray. It's really sad that they did that, but whatever. So in here, I just have, what is this? This is an eye primer. There's some pigments in here, some liquid shadows, some shadow primers that actually don't work very well for me. This one actually works quite well. I need to get back into using the Anastasia eye primer. This is a good one too. But anyway, just a few random things left in here. Mostly eye, brow, and some random mascaras. In here, I keep just some setting powders that I don't reach for super frequently. Still have some MAC Fix Plus left. Mist and Fix from Makeup Forever. These are actually 2 spray SPFs. I love this Kate Somerville one. The Zinc It Over is a mineral formula, both great. This one obviously has a higher SPF. I like to pop this one into my to-go bag when I'm working weddings during the summer, because it has a higher SPF. These are all of my blushes. So I really whittled this down a ton, you guys. I used to have so much blush. I mean, it was like 2 full drawers. It was ridiculous. So this is much more manageable. There's some Marc Jacobs blushes in here, a few drugstore. The Milani Luminoso will always be a favorite. Got some Tarte blushes over here, some Physicians Formula. These are some way old school L'Oreal blushes. These are the Feel Naturel blushes. Do you guys remember these? I can't believe I still have them, but I really did like them back in the day. So there's some Cover FX, just some randoms. What are these? There's some Laura Geller in here. Really love these Kat Von D blushes, or KVD Beauty. Sorry, she's no longer associated. In here I've got, so these are mostly like blush palettes. So I've got a MAC one here that I still have a few of my MAC blushes left. These are actually highlighters. So I do have some highlighters in here as well, some bronzers. There's the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Here is, I don't know what this is doing down here. Let's put this with the mascara. This was a duo from Water Beauty. You guys know that I love the Unlash mascara, but I'm using the, what's the other one? The Mile High Club. I'm using that one right now. Anyway, I'm sticking that up here where it actually belongs. And then this is another Wander Beauty kit that I need to dig into. Has another one of those really great mascaras there. Love that. So yeah, these are just blushes. There's some Wander Beauty blush duos here. There is, this one's from Lorac. It's from that Pirates of the Caribbean collection that they had. I still really like that. What's this one? Oh, this is one of my few Tarte blush palettes that I decided to keep. This one is the Tartist. Tartist blush palette. Can't remember when that came out. Anyway, I still use some of the shades from here, so I kept that. Hourglass, Becca, rest in peace. Highlighters, Lorac highlighters, things like that. That's in here. Yeah, this is, these are, what would you call this drawer? Powders, powder foundations, setting powders, backups of my beloveds, like for example, my Baked Balance in Brighton. So beautiful. There is, what is this? Ooh, one of my other favorites, the Wanderlust Powder Foundation, also gorgeous. But yeah, in here, I just kind of keep extra powder foundations, setting powders. I'm trying to get through a lot of these. I think this one's gonna, this is actually a powder foundation, right? I need to finish this. This is the Amazonian Clay one. Might be getting this one out soon. I do prefer pressed powder foundations, so yeah, there's quite a few in here. Back here, I have some backup SPFs, some primers, yeah, just products that either prime the skin, protect the skin. There's a couple of these random like samples of primers as well. So that is what is in here. Lips. So this, I have done a major like culling of this collection. There's still quite a bit left in here. And there's a few that I need to think about after next winter getting rid of, because they're just kind of old. I have a lot of the Nars Audacious lipsticks, which really kill me because I actually love this lipstick formula. However, Nars is not cruelty free anymore, so I wouldn't be able to repurchase these. So I think I'm just gonna use them over the next year. They are disinfected periodically, so I think they're still fine to use right now, but they are several years old. You can tell I don't really have a ton of lipsticks left. I'm more of a gloss girl, so all of my glosses are kind of spread out over here. I've got a lot of them in this box. There's a few lip liners. I don't use lip liner all that often, but yeah, lots of gloss. There's some Hourglass, Buxom, Bare Minerals, City Beauty. I love the City Beauty one. Here is a City Beauty. This one is a colored lip gloss of theirs. This is pink nude. This is gorgeous, by the way. But yeah, Fenty. Got my gloss bombs in here. There's some lip products, more than any human would ever need, but I have whittled this down quite a bit, so I'm pretty proud of it. And then down here, I actually just think that I have some candles and some wax melts and bags and things. So let's hop over here. And this is my everyday makeup drawer. So I pull things from over here to stick in here because this helps me get ready faster. So my blushes go here, setting powders, setting sprays, highlighters go here. All of my various eye products go back here. So my Lumify lash drop, not Lumify lash drops, Lumify eye drops, my mascaras, things like that. Powder foundations go over here. And then any primers and other powders that can't fit over here go here. Yeah, I've got my beloved Kevyn Aucoin, the sculpting powder. I have the light and the medium. I think I actually prefer the medium. So that is the everyday, bulk of the everyday makeup. Down here, I put my eyeshadow palettes that I'm currently trying to use. So I've got 3 that are mostly, well, this one happens to be Sydney Grace, but the rest of these are all Viseart, just various Viseart palettes that I've not decluttered, but I took them out of their main palettes. Like for example, these are all Theory palettes. These were the Petit Four palettes down here. Yeah, anyway. And then any singles that I want to use get stuck in here. So this just kind of helps me organize my makeup for like an everyday basis. If we come down, this is where I put any makeup sponges. So these makeup sponges are dirty. These are clean. I keep the little guys in this one. This is how I recycle a lot of my candle containers. I use them for things like this. So these are Homeworks candles here. This was a really large 3-wick that Bath & Body Works used to sell. This was actually, what was it, Caribbean Escape? I can't remember. Anyway, it was enormous. And then this was the smaller 1-wick that Bath & Body Works used to sell. And then here I just put the lipsticks that I pull for, again, everyday use. So yeah, that's that. Here is where we get into what is left of my eyeshadow palette collection. So this is greatly reduced. I think I have gotten rid of probably more than half of my palettes over the last few years, and I am left with this. There are still a couple in here that I am hanging on to for dear life, even though I know that I should pass them along because I'm just not reaching for them. But emotionally, I'm not ready to commit to that. So in here, I have a lot of Viseart because I love the Viseart eyeshadows. I purchased all of these myself. I love them. Natasha Denona is a really great formula. I do still have a few of my Lorac Mega Pro palettes. I've got the white one, the pink one, the maroon one, if you will. And then I've got some Smashbox palettes. This is my last Too Faced palette. It's the Natural Matte. Another Viseart, an Urban Decay. This is my last Urban Decay palette, the Naked Basics 2. Got a Buxom. Like this, for example, this Ciate times Olivia Palermo collab. I should probably get rid of this because I just don't wear it, but I really like this color story. I can't convince myself quite yet to pass it along, but it's one that I haven't reached for in quite some time. But anyway, she'll live there for a little while longer, and then I will have the heart to get rid of her. More Natasha Denona. I've got some Bare Minerals. There's a Kat Von D. There's some Lorac Pro palettes here. Yeah, just not really a whole lot left in the old eyeshadow collection, which is fine. What's in the bottom drawer? I don't even know. Oh, it's something that I need to return to Pen that I borrowed from her. But yeah, you guys, this is it. This is what is left of my makeup. So still a lot. I'm not gonna lie, this is overkill for any human being. However, I'm pretty proud of myself for having scaled this back the way that I did. I have a couple of empty drawers now as a result, which is fantastic. And yeah, so anyway, for those that were curious, this is what is left of my makeup collection. I do see myself purchasing a little bit of makeup this year, but I've had the habit of every time I bring something in, something else has to go. So I have to, if I'm gonna bring in, for example, another eyeshadow palette, I have to get rid of one of my existing eyeshadow palettes. So it's kind of a one-for-one system, and it's working really well, and it's keeping everything at kind of a manageable level for me. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. You can find this Alex system at IKEA. You can find this desk at IKEA. This is all IKEA stuff. If you want it, that's where you can find it. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo!